So welcome to Sauti Zetu Show. We are so honored to have, is it okay to go with Mr. Raila Odinga?
Yes.
That's who we have on the show today. And let's just start off real quick. It's been a long weekend for you. And I'm just going to go off the bat and tell you, I am not focusing on the political angle. I just want to learn about the man, Mr. Odinga. With that said, if right now you could take off, get in a plane, maybe, have either your wife with you, go on vacation somewhere, where would you go?
Well, I would go to the Caribbean, I would
Really?
say. Because we had a wonderful time in the Caribbean. We
Yeah.
like the people.
Yeah.
We like the islands.
Uh-huh.
And that's really has been all the times I wish. And when we went there,
Yeah.
we were not disappointed.
Very good, very good.
Right.
And speaking of which, when you, like now you're here in Dallas, you know, all this time you spend in the hotel rooms and all, what do you do to pass time activity-wise? A little bird told me you like to hit the gym.
Yes, I'm always in the gym at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I do a 1 hour workout, which keeps me fit
Wait, you do this every day?
every day.
Wow.
This is something that I've done the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So it's become like a culture
Yep.
that I do these exercises. It's also helped me to relax,
Yeah.
remove stresses
Yes.
and tensions from my system.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then something else I've picked on. I have watched a lot of your interviews and listened to you speaking, and I notice you have this way of throwing out sayings, your mithalis, the little quotes you throw out. Is it something you also you started doing? Is it because maybe you had a speechwriter, or is it something you find it easy to get the point across when you have a saying or a quote?
Well, you see, it is something that I grew up with.
Uh-huh.
My uncles and where I grew up used to talk in parables.
Yeah.
And you see, parables a good way of bringing point home.
Yes.
And it depends on the subject you're talking about.
Right.
So it has to be something that's relevant.
That's true.
And it brings the point much closer to the people
That's true.
when they now compare it to the real life situation.
Okay, and let me cut you off real quick and ask you, speaking of which, we should get you maybe like your Twitter page where you just throw out your parables so people can follow on. And speaking of social media, now you have been in politics for a long time, and you have seen, you've seen how social media has come and taken over. You've seen the Arab Springs, and of course Kenya has stepped up on their social media and political culture now. What's your take on that? And is it working out? How do you think it's working out?
Yes. With Tendawili, sometimes it irritates some people.
You have people follow you for that. Believe me.
They say that, oh, I'm talking with Tendawili and so on. I'm saying now, the people won't let me finish a speech without Tendawili.
Yeah.
They're actually waiting for it. And that's why some of them come to my rallies.
Uh-huh.
But I'm very happy the way the social media is going in Kenya, because it has become almost now the major media of communication.
It has.
There are many young people who don't read newspapers
Nope.
anymore, or look at TV because they are behind the news. And there's a lot of conversation going on in there.
That's true.
So that if you don't follow the social media, you're not communicating with a very large secular community.
That's true.
So I am therefore, that's why I'm in the social media there, in the Facebook and Twitter.
But have you actually ever Facebooked? Like, I know you have people who take care of these things for you.
No, I do.
You do?
Personally.
Really?
See, people communicate with me through the Facebook.
Yeah.
And I update it on a daily basis.
Well, good. That's awesome. So you all know now he does it himself, okay?
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the reason you guys are here in Dallas. There's the Governors Summit. Can you tell us, just in a few words, what the governors who are here will take back home, in terms of knowledge and expertise?
Yeah, I think this has been a very useful meeting for the governors.
Yeah.
It is like the pioneer
Yes.
team that has come out here.
Yep.
As you know, that devolution is still very new in our country.
Yes.
Therefore, all these governors don't have any kind of examples to learn from.
True.
Bringing an expert back home there to go and lecture is one thing, but coming to a place where devolution is being followed, where it is institutionalized, with another,
Yep.
and being lectured to by experts on
Yep.
devolution who give examples of real life situations,
Yes.
the problems that they have been having managing their counties,
Mm-hmm.
The relationship between the county government, the state government,
Mm-hmm.
and the national government,
Yeah.
on the other hand.
Yeah.
So this will now help them when they go back
Yeah.
to share also with their fellow governors back home, and also with the national government to say that, look, gentlemen, this is how it's done elsewhere.
Yes.
And then importantly, today they have an opportunity to meet with potential investors.
Yes.
So they've been able to market themselves,
That's
to state what potentials they exist in their respective counties
That's true.
and areas where they want investors
Okay.
to attract. Yeah.
And speaking of which, so what are we gonna do? How or what do we do to bring the rest over here to do the same thing for their counties? Is that something you think you can, you can work out somehow? Because I think this is an amazing opportunity. So the rest should definitely learn it firsthand, like you said, instead of getting secondhand information from the ones who take it back home. Is there a way you think we can bring everybody else here?
Yes, I think that we can bring them in groups,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is one group of 10 governors. You can bring another 10 or 15 in that way. And this is something that we want to do not in a partisan manner.
Yeah.
In other words, next time we bring a group of governors, it will not only be from court.
Yeah.
Counties, we'll
Yeah.
bring some from the Jubilee
Yeah.
counties and even from Amani and so on, so
Yeah.
that the country, they have a similar view of development,
Exactly.
and which they can share when they go back home. So we have now come up with a proper arrangement.
Yes.
And we are going to try to get other organizations to fund it,
Yeah.
including the U.S. government,
Definitely.
which will help to defray the costs
Yeah.
of doing it.
Oh, yep.
But first, you have to start it. And
So you can know
yeah,
how to go from there.
From there.
Okay, and then we're here in the diaspora. Some of us have lived here for a long time, and then a few of us are trying to move back home. Some have, and then they always get into the political scene. Just in general, whether you're moving back, in pursuit of your political goals or just to move back home, what advice can you give, diasporans who, about as far as moving back home?
No, I see, first, the diaspora community is very important to our society. Because, as you know, now we are getting very substantial remittances from the diaspora, which is actually supporting our economy. There are those who have lived here, have worked, and have also got money that they want to invest.
True.
So we are actually encouraging them to come and invest in Kenya. So we're not just trying to attract foreigners to come to our country. We will be more happier to have Kenyans come to our country.
Yeah.
There are also those who are professionals, who have got their intellectual property that they can market back in Kenya,
Yes.
rather than us relying on expatriates coming to teach, for example, in our schools, in our universities and so on. It is cheaper to have Kenyans coming back to work in Kenya.
There you go. And there's great opportunities as well.
Exactly, there are great opportunities. That's why we're now trying to make Kenya more attractive. See, there are people who actually ran away, voted with their feet.
Yes.
during those dark days
Yeah.
of political repression,
Yes.
when the opportunities were not there.
Yes.
Things have changed,
Yeah.
and we're now trying to make it more palatable,
That's true.
so that people can be attracted to go back home.
Okay, and with that said, so give me 5 words to describe Kenya in like 2030. Where do you think we'll be?
Pardon?
5 words to describe Kenya in 2030.
We have Vision 2030.
Yes.
So that's what we're looking at. A Kenya that is highly developed.
Right.
I mean, a middle income economy.
Okay.
Kenya, where the dreams of the founding fathers will be realized. You see, which talked about unity, peace, liberty, and plenty
Yep.
is found within our borders. That is the Kenya that we want.
Well said, well said. And home is always best.
Yes.
Well, you heard it firsthand from Mr. Raila Odinga. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. You know, as always, you can catch us on YouTube. Leave your comments. Sauti Zetu Show on Facebook and Twitter as well. Have a good one.